In this video, I'm going to show you how to install WordPress automatically using cPanel and Fantastico. So, log into your web hosting account's cPanel admin area, as you see here, and look for the Fantastico Deluxe icon. If you do not have the Fantastico Deluxe icon over here, you should consult your web hosting company and ask them for the Fantastico service. So click on this icon and the link over here, and that will bring you to the main Fantastico installer page, where you can see that there are all kinds of scripts that you can install to your web hosting account. However, what we need is the WordPress installer. So look under blogs and click on WordPress. Next, click on new installation. So all you need to do to install a WordPress blog is to fill up this simple form over here. So first, choose the domain that you want to install this WordPress blog. So if you only have one domain, then only that particular domain will show up here. If you have subdomains will also show up here, and if you have add-on domains, of course it will also show up here. So select the domain that you want to use and then enter the installed directory. So if you want the WordPress blog to appear at the main root of your website, then you can just leave this blank. But in my case, I already have a blog on the root of my website, so I'm going to install it in a new directory called blog2. Next, enter the administrator username and administrator password. So this would be the username and password that you will use later to log into the WordPress administrator dashboard. Next, under base configuration, enter the admin nickname and then the admin email address. Next, put in your site name. And give your site a description. Finally, click on Install WordPress. On the confirmation screen, you will see the message that the MySQL database and MySQL user will be created and used for this installation. Okay, so make sure that the information is correct over here and click on Finish Installation. Okay, so now your WordPress blog has been installed and you'll be provided with the admin login URL. If you want this information over here to be sent to your email address, just enter your email address over here and click on Send Email. So let's click on the admin login link. That will open up in a new tab or a new window, and then enter the admin username and admin password that you have created earlier and click on Login. And now you have successfully logged in to your new WordPress blog. So that's how easy it is to install WordPress using cPanel and Fantastico. In this video, I'm going to show you step 1 of installing a WordPress blog manually. So in step 1, I will show you how to download the WordPress software, unzip all the files, and then upload all the files to your web hosting account. In part 2 of the video, I'm going to show you how to create a MySQL database and to set up your WordPress blog. So to get started with a manual installation of WordPress, just go to wordpress.org, and right on the front page you would see a link for download WordPress, and the latest version will be stated here. So click on this button and you can read the release notes if you want. Then click on download WordPress version. Okay, so this default download gives you a zip file. However, you can also optionally download a different format of compression over here, but in most cases I think a zip file would do. So click on download WordPress, and here you can see the WordPress download process has started. So this may take a while depending on your internet connection speed. I'm just going to pause this video until the file has downloaded. Once the file has been downloaded completely, then you can just open the file, and all zip files will be handled by the default zip application in your computer. In this case, I actually have a more professional Power Archiver installed in my computer, but most computers would have a default application to handle zip files. So what you need to do is look for the extract button and then extract these files to a location in your computer. So in this case, I'm going to extract all the files to my documents. Okay, and you can select an individual folder here if you want to, then click on extract. Once the files have been extracted, you can browse through your computer and look for the files. It should be in a folder called WordPress. So if you click into that folder, you will see all the files that you need to upload to your web hosting account in order to install your WordPress blog. Next, you need to install an FTP program, and if you don't already have one, you can get a free FTP called FileZilla. Just go to Google and type in FileZilla to download this free FTP application. Once you've installed the FTP application, you need to connect to your web hosting account. So all you need to do is put in ftp dot your domain name, put in your cPanel username and also your cPanel password, and then click on connect. Once you've been connected to your web hosting account, you will see all the folders in your server in the right column here, and in the left column are all the folders in your computer. So all you need to do is locate the WordPress files that we have downloaded before, and this is the folder. So I'm going to click through that folder, and on the right section here, make sure you click through to the public_html or to www.folder. And if you want to install your WordPress blog to the default root location of your web hosting account, this is where you will upload the files. However, in this example, since I already have an existing WordPress blog here, I'm going to create a new folder, right click and choose create directory, and I'm going to call this blog. Now that the folder has been created, I'm going to click through to that folder, and you can see it's empty. So I'm going to install my WordPress blog to a folder in my server called blog. So I'm just going to select all the files here, click on the first file, and then hold on your shift button and click on the last file. So this is how you select all the available files. Okay, and then right click and choose upload. So at the bottom here, you can see the upload process and all the files being uploaded to my web hosting account at the specified folder. So this may take some time depending on your internet connection speed. So I'm going to end this video right here, and in the second video I'm going to show you where we left off once all the files have been uploaded to your web hosting account. In this video, I'm going to explain part 2 of installing a WordPress blog manually to your web hosting account. So in part 1 of the video, I've showed you how to download the WordPress software and also how to upload all the files to your web hosting account using FTP. Once all your files have been uploaded, you should see that there is no longer any files in queue over here. It means all your files have been successfully uploaded to your web hosting account. So now what you need to do is log in to the cPanel for that particular account. Just enter your cPanel username and password, then click on log in. To make a WordPress blog work, you would need a MySQL database. To create a MySQL database, just scroll down your cPanel account and click on MySQL database wizard. Give your new database a name. I suggest calling it blog, or if you already have a database called blog, you can call it blog2 or WordPress or something meaningful. Then click on next step. In the next step, you'll need to create a database user. You can call this user admin. You can even put your own name here. However, if you have multiple MySQL databases, then the easiest way is just to create a username that matches the database itself, and then enter a password and enter the password again, and make sure that the strength indicator shows that your password is very strong, and then click on create user. Now your new user has been created. All you need to do is click on all privileges to enable this user to access every single aspect and element of the database, and then click on next step. Now the MySQL database has been created. The user has also been created and added to the database. So let's go back home. Now click on MySQL databases, and you should be able to see the new database that you've just created over here, and also the new user that you've just created. Click on the home icon to go back to your main cPanel dashboard. Now click on File Manager. In the pop-up here, select Web Root and make sure you also select Show Hidden Files and click on Go. Next, you need to find the location where you have installed your WordPress blog. So if you have installed your WordPress blog, or if you have uploaded your WordPress blog to the root directory, then it should be directly under public_html. But in this example, I've uploaded the file to a folder called blog. So I'm going to click through to that and then look for the file called wp-config sample. This is the configuration file for your WordPress blog. However, it is intentionally named as wp-config sample. What we need to do is rename it to just wp-config. So click on the file here and then click on the rename link on top and rename this to just wp-config. Click on rename file. Now that your file has been renamed, click on it again, and this time click on Edit File. So these are the codes in your wp-config file that is required to set up your WordPress blog. So first thing you need to do is enter the MySQL database name over here. Highlight the entire default selection here and then type over it the name of your database, and make sure that the database name that you type in includes the prefix already included by a web hosting account. If you're not sure, you can just go back to your cPanel and you can see that the prefix in this case is actual, and this really is your cPanel username. So we can just copy this and paste it over here. And for the MySQL database username, you can also do the same. and finally the MySQL database password that you have set for this particular user. Then if you scroll down, you notice that there are several authentication keys that you need to set up. This is optional, but it helps to make your WordPress blog much more secure. So you can either just randomly type in some stuff here, or you can use the link given over here to automatically generate all the required keys. Just copy this location, open it up in a new browser window, just type it in, and you'll get the authentication key that is randomly generated. So I'm going to copy this, then I'm going to go back to my file, and I'm going to select all the keys here and just paste over that. Okay, so now I'm good to go. All I need to do is click on Save Changes on top, and my wp-config file has been saved. Now open up a new browser window or a new browser tab and go to the location where you have installed your WordPress blog, and you will see the WordPress setup screen over here. So now we will set up the WordPress blog itself. Just give your site a title, select a username. By default, WordPress suggests that you use admin, but you can change this to anything you want. Make sure that usernames only have alphanumeric characters, spaces, underscores, hyphens, periods, and the symbol @ okay, everything else is not allowed as a username. Then enter your password once and enter the password again for verification, and put in your admin email address. And finally, for privacy. Now, in most cases, you want your site to appear to search engines like Google, Technorati, etc. So make sure this is checked by default. If for any reason you want your blog to be private, by private I mean that the search engines will ignore it, then you can uncheck this option. Then click on Install WordPress. Okay, so now the WordPress blog has been installed, and you can see the username, password is hidden over here. Click on Login, which will take you to the administrator login page for your WordPress, where you enter your WordPress admin username and your WordPress admin password, and then click on Login. And now you get to your WordPress dashboard. So you have successfully installed a WordPress blog manually. That's all for this video. Thank you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to view the documentation for your WordPress software. So once you're logged in to your WordPress account, if you take a look at the top right hand corner of your screen, you will see a section for help. When you click help, this is where you see all the built-in documentation for your WordPress account with supporting links over here. So you can click on any of these items to view a very short description of what you can do on this particular page. Now you will see the help screen all over the WordPress software itself, and it's highly customized to the particular screen that you happen to be on at the moment. Let's click on Post, for example. Here you will also see the help screen, but when you click on this particular help screen, you will see the documentation related to adding or managing your blog posts only. So this is one of the easiest ways to understand how to use WordPress by using the default built-in documentation. In this video, I'm going to show you how to clean up a new WordPress blog. Now, if you have just installed your WordPress blog, by default WordPress would put in some filler content, comments and links just so that your blog does not look empty. but it's important that you remove all this meaningless content as soon as possible. So the first thing you'd want to do is log into your WordPress dashboard, and then you can go to posts and click on view all posts. So as you can see here, by default WordPress would have inserted a post called Hello World. Now you can just delete this Hello World post by clicking on trash. Once you have deleted your post, if for whatever reason you want to restore it, you can always click on trash and restore the post. Now let's click on links and view all links. So what you can see here is the default WordPress websites which are inserted as links into your blog. Now none of these sites actually matter to you, so you can just click here to select all links, and then under bulk actions choose delete and click on apply. Now you have deleted all the default links in your WordPress blog. That's how easy it is to clean up a new WordPress blog installation, so that now you can add your own content, get your own comments, and also insert your own links. In this video, I'm going to show you how to customize your WordPress permalinks. A permalink is basically the structure of your WordPress content URL, and by changing permalinks you can actually get better search engine rankings. To get started, just log into your WordPress dashboard and scroll to the bottom. Under settings, click on permalinks. As you can see, the default WordPress permalink looks like this. So basically WordPress would display your domain name, and for the individual blog post, this is what you see: $P equals to and the number of the blog post. This is not very search engine friendly, so you want to change it to something better, and WordPress will give you several options here. So you can change it to day and name, and you can see the sample here. You can change it to month and name, as you can see here, or you can change it to numeric. But what I like to do is just only use the blog post name only. So I'm going to select day and name, but I'm going to delete or going to remove this entire section here. Okay, so this is my custom structure. Next, I'm going to click on Save Changes. If you get a message from WordPress saying that you should update your .htaccess now, it means that your permalink settings could not be updated, and this is very common if this is the first time you're doing your permalink update. To solve this problem, just log in to your cPanel account for your WordPress blog. Then click on File Manager. Select Web Root and make sure you check Show Hidden Files. Then click on Go. In your cPanel File Manager, look for the .htaccess file. If no such file exists, that's okay. That's pretty common if you install this WordPress blog using Fantastico. What you can do is just create a new file by clicking on New File over here, and for new file name, just give it .htaccess, right? .htaccess, and then click on Create New File. Now that your .htaccess file has been created, we are going to click on the file to select the file, then click on the Change Permissions link, and by default it is 644, so we can change it to 777. All you need to do is check all the boxes here, then click on Change Permissions to update the file permissions for the .htaccess file. Once you have corrected the file permissions, You can go back to the permalink settings in your WordPress blog. Make sure you select the custom structure that you want, then click on Save Changes. And this time you would get a message that the permalink structure has been updated. So that's how easy it is to change the permalink structure for your WordPress blog. In this video, I'm going to show you how to customize your WordPress dashboard. So once you are logged in to your WordPress account, there are a few things you can do to make your WordPress blog look the way you want it to look. The first is to customize the amount of tabs that appear on your dashboard, and also to reorganize the tabs to however you want it to be. So click on Screen Options, and in this first section here, Show on Screen, you can choose what modules that you want to display in your WordPress dashboard. And as you uncheck the modules, you can see that it disappears from your WordPress dashboard. The next step is to select the number of columns. So by default, WordPress shows you 2 columns of modules, but you can change that to a single column if you want to, and you can see that the changes happen here in real time. Now, if you are using a really wide monitor, you may prefer to put 4 columns and so on, and you can see the 4 columns here, or 3 columns. Now you notice that the other 2 columns are empty. So the next step in customizing your WordPress dashboard is to reorganize your WordPress modules. To do that, just put your mouse over the header of the module, click it and drag it to wherever you want it to be, and as you can see, the module background here turns a light gray, so that means that you can put the module here. You can also put it here and then just let go. So you can do the same for all the other modules, and you can even move modules up or down to replace each other. So once you're done with that, you can just click on Screen Options again to minimize that. Now the third step in customizing your WordPress dashboard is to click on Users and then click on Your Profile. So the first thing you notice here is the visual editor. You can disable the visual editor when writing, but I do not recommend that you check this option because the visual editor is really important and useful to you. The next thing you can customize is the admin color scheme. So by default in WordPress, there are just 2 color schemes, the gray color scheme and the blue color scheme. So let's select the blue color scheme, and then I'm going to go all the way to the bottom and click on Update Profile. Now you can see my WordPress color scheme has changed to the blue color scheme. And I can also change the admin bar settings. Now the admin bar is simply a bar that appears on top whenever you are viewing your blog and when you are logged in. So you can choose to show the admin bar only when you are viewing the actual site, or you can also choose to show it while you are logged into your WordPress dashboard. And then I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom again and click on Update Profile. So now you can see the admin bar over here, which is the exact same admin bar that you see whenever you are viewing your WordPress site. So that's how easy it is to customize your WordPress dashboard. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a new post in WordPress. The first thing you need to do is log into your WordPress dashboard. Then go to Posts and click on Add New. Next, enter a title for your WordPress post, and then you can start entering content into your WordPress blog post. Now you notice that the editor here has 2 modes. The first is visual and the second is HTML. So in most cases you'll be pretty fine using the visual mode. If however you know HTML and you want to edit your post to include some advanced HTML options, then you can switch to the HTML editor over here. So now you can enter your content. And you can format your content however you want. Just highlight the selection and then you can bold your text, you can italize your text, you can put a strike through on your text, and to undo just click those buttons. And you can also create a link. Just highlight the text that you want to link, click on the insert edit link, and then type in the URL of your website. Or you can also choose to link to existing content. Click on add link, and now you'll see that this selection here has been hyperlinked. Okay, so as you scroll down, you can add this post to a category, or you can create a new category by clicking on add new category over here, giving your category a name, and then click on add new category. You may also want to use tags in your blog post. To do this, you must separate each tag with a comma, and then click on add. Now those two tags will be used for this particular blog post. Certain WordPress themes allow you to use featured images in your blog post, and this will be displayed differently according to the theme. So you can also click on set featured image to select an image from your existing gallery, or you can upload a new image over here. Next comes the publishing options. So by default, once you start entering your blog content, the status of your blog post will be draft. So to publish your blog post, you can click on publish, and now your blog post has been published. So to view your post, click on view post, and this is the actual blog post that I've just created. So that's how easy it is to create a new blog post in WordPress. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a page in WordPress. Now, although pages and posts may appear similar, a page is actually very different from a normal blog post. The first difference is that a page does not appear on your home page like a traditional blog post would. And the second difference is that with pages in WordPress, you can do much more than the standard blog post, and you can also assign a different kind of template to each pages, and also create menu items for your pages, etc. So let's get started. To create a page, log into your WordPress dashboard, go to pages, and click on add new. Next, as you would with the normal blog post, click on title here and enter your title. Next, enter the content of your page. Everything else is pretty much similar to creating a blog post, except for this option here, page attributes. So with pages, you can actually assign this page to a parent page. In this case, we have other pages here about blog home. So I can assign this page to a parent, or I can choose to put this page by itself. Next, I can also assign a template to this page. So if you really want to, and if your theme supports it, you can actually have a different design or a different layout for each page. In this case, since I'm using the default theme, they have three templates over here: the default template, showcase template, and the sidebar template. So I'm going to leave it as the default template for now. Next, you can also modify the order of the page. So if you have many pages on your site, you can actually rearrange the order of those pages in a way that makes more sense for your site's navigation. So when you're done editing your content, you can click on Publish to publish your page. Now that your page has been published, you can click on View Page to see the new page that you've just created. And the first thing you notice is probably if you are using the default theme, now the link to the page that you've just created will automatically appear in the top navigation section over here. So that's how easy it is to create a new page in WordPress. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the status update feature in WordPress. To use this feature, make sure that you have the latest version of WordPress, and also make sure that your theme supports all the latest features of WordPress, including post type or content formats. So in this example, I'm showing you the default WordPress 2011 theme, and as you can see here, this theme supports all the latest content formats or content types. And one of those formats is the status update. So a status update, you can think of it as a Twitter update or a Facebook status update. It is the same concept. It appears above the regular content of your WordPress blog with your gravatar, and it's usually most useful for announcements, news, and also just to update any kind of status you want without having to write a lengthy blog post. To create a status update, just log into your WordPress dashboard, go to Posts, and click on Add New Post. As usual, you just need to give your post a title and also enter the content of your post. And since this is just a status update, we're going to leave it very short, one line, a single line, or maybe even a few lines, just not to the length of a normal blog post. Now the most important thing is to select the post format. So instead of the regular standard format, we are going to select status over here and then click on Publish. Now that your status update has been published, let's click on View Post to see how the status update will look like on a single page. So on a single page, it looks pretty much like any other blog post. Okay, you can see the title, the content over here, and also your visitors can leave a comment on your status update. However, on the home page, it looks very different. So let's refresh the home page. And here you can see the status update that I just posted with a picture or the gravatar that I am using. So again, status updates are not really full-length blog posts, as you can see below here. They are best used for announcements or short updates that you want to post on your WordPress blog, which is very similar to a Twitter post or a Facebook update. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the new asides or asides feature in your WordPress blog. Now, to use this feature, you must have the latest installation or the latest version of WordPress, and you also should have a WordPress theme that supports multiple type of post formats. As per in this example, I am showing you the default 2011 WordPress theme. So let me first explain the difference between the content types. So when you post a regular article or a regular post to your WordPress blog, it will appear as below with the title, posted on, the date, the comments, etc. And this is usually typically used for longer blog posts. However, you can also put in an aside, and this is the aside that I posted for this particular blog. So an aside is more like short excerpts or shorter posts, and they are displayed on your WordPress blog without a title. As for the order of appearance, by default, the aside would appear before the actual blog post content themselves. So to create an aside, just log into your WordPress dashboard, click on Add New Post, and as usual, just enter the title and also the content. So remember, if you want to use a side, it's best used for shorter excerpts of content, or to just put in some random thoughts, or you can also use a sides to put in announcements or any other important information because they appear above all other blog content. So I put in a test content over here. Now, to change the format from a regular standard blog post to an A side, please look under the format section here and select A side, then click on publish. So once your A side has been published, you can click on view post, and for the individual page, the A side will look pretty much like a regular blog post with the title, the content of your A side here, and also the comment box at the bottom. But let's look at the home page of your blog. So I'm going to refresh this page. Right, so the A side would appear here, okay, and you can see the previous A side I have here as well. So again, an A side is basically a shorter content for your WordPress blog that is not a full-length article, and the best way to use A sides is for announcements, news, etc., and it really ties into your WordPress blog along with status updates, which I explained in a separate video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a text link within your WordPress blog posts and pages. To do that, just log into your WordPress dashboard and go to Posts and click on All Posts. If you have no existing post, then of course you can click on Add New. But in this example, I'm just going to show you with an existing post. I'm going to click on Edit. And now I'm going to create a hyperlink. First, all you need to do is highlight the text that you want to hyperlink and then click on the link icon here. Now, in WordPress, you can either link to a destination URL outside your blog, or you can even link to an existing post or existing page. If you want to link to an external URL, just enter the URL here and enter a title for the URL. And in most cases, since you are linking to an external site, you would want to open it in a new window or tab. And when you're done, click on Add Link. And you can use the same process to link to other pages or blog posts in your WordPress blog itself. All you need to do is, at the bottom here, select the blog post or page that you want to link to. So I'm going to select this 8 common mistakes of internet marketers, and as you can see here, the URL of the blog post with the title will automatically appear in this section. And I can select to open in a new window tab or not, and then click on Add Link. When you're done, just click on Update. And that's how easy it is to create a hyperlink within your blog posts or pages in WordPress. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set a featured image for your WordPress blog post. This feature is only available by default in the latest version of WordPress, so make sure you upgrade your WordPress installation. Once you have logged into your WordPress dashboard, now click on All Posts. So let's look at one of the posts that I have already published on my WordPress blog. And I'm going to click on Edit. And I'm going to scroll down. So in the right hand section over here, you should see a link for Set Featured Image. Click on the Set Featured Image link, and you can upload an image that you want to use as the default featured image for this post. Once my image has been uploaded, okay, I can give it description and a caption if I want to, or I can just leave it as blank, and then I can click on use as featured image. Okay, now that is done. Then click on save all changes. Now you can close this window, and you should see the featured image has been put into this section here. Now let's update the blog post. So once your post has been updated, let's double check, and you can see the featured image here. So where the featured image is displayed really depends on the type of WordPress theme that you are currently using. If you're using a magazine style WordPress theme, then on the home page itself you should see the featured image next to the blog post and blog content. So that's basically it, and that's how easy it is to set a featured image for individual WordPress blog posts. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a list of links on your WordPress blog, also known as the Blogroll. So I'm just going to show you an example of a default fresh WordPress installation using the default WordPress theme. So what we're going to do is insert a list of links over here under the Blogroll feature in WordPress. So the first thing you need to do is log in to your WordPress dashboard. Next, go to links and click on all links. Okay, so you may be able to see a list of all the default Blogroll entries over here, which are all links to the WordPress site. So we want to create a new category and add in a couple of links into that category. So click on link categories, enter the category name, click on slug and enter a category slug, and then you can enter a description of your category. Finally, click on add new link category. Okay, so you can see over here that the new category has been created. Now we're going to add a couple of new links into this category. So click on add new and enter the link name. Next, enter the web address or web URL. And give this link a description. And most importantly, select the category that you want to assign this link to. So you can assign it to just one category or multiple categories over here. For this example, I'm just going to assign it to the category I just created, which is the new category. Okay. And if you scroll down, there's some advanced options. Do you want this link to open in a new window or tab? If you do, then you can check blank. If you want the link to open in the current window or tab, you can choose _top. Alright, and if you have no preference, you can just choose none. Now if you scroll to the bottom, there's some additional information that you can enter over here under link relationship or XFN, and there's no real reason for you to put in any of the information over here, so we're going to skip that. Okay, and next we get to the advanced section where you can enter an image address, RSS address, and notes. Okay, so if perhaps you have an image or an icon for this particular link, you can put the complete URL to that icon over here. And if this link also has an RSS address, you can put an RSS address over here, and also notes. Finally, you can also give it a rating. Okay, but in most cases you don't need to use all these things over here. So we're just going to scroll up and click on add link. Okay, so now that the link has been added, now we want to display a list of links in our blog's sidebar. So to do that, I'm going to go to Appearance and then click on Widgets. So in the widgets screen, you will see the main sidebar over here, and you can just click to collapse or expand this particular section. And you can also see showcase sidebar, footer area 1, footer area 2, and footer area 3. Now the type of widgets and the number of widgets you see over here really depends on the type of WordPress theme that you're using. So to display the link that we just created, I'm going to click on the links widget over here, click, drag, and drop it to the appropriate section over here. Okay, now that will open up the menu for the links widget. So I can choose to show all links, okay, and I can also choose to show a particular link from certain categories. So I'm going to select new category over here, which is the category I just created. And then I get to determine what aspects of the link I want to display. Show link image, you can check that. Okay, however, since I have not entered any image, I'm going to remove that option. And show link description, okay, you can show that. And also show link rating, which we did not enter any ratings, so I'm going to leave that unchecked and click on save. Now I'm going to go back to the blog I showed you earlier, and I'm going to reload this page. So here you'll be able to see the category I just created and all the links under that category, and I've chosen to display only the link and the link description. So that's what you see over here. So that's how easy it is to start adding a list of links as blog rolls to your WordPress blog. In this video, I'm going to show you how to manage comments on your WordPress blog. There are several ways you can manage comments. The first way is when you log into your WordPress dashboard, you should be able to see over here a list of unapproved or pending comments. So you can very easily, when you put your mouse over the comment, you will see a link to either approve, reply, edit, spam, or trash the comment. So let's take an example of a spam comment. So if you are very sure that this comment is a spam comment, you can just click on spam, and that will not only send this particular comment into the spam folder, but also block future comments from this particular commenter. Now let's take a look at a legitimate comment that you want to approve. So when you put your mouse over here, you can just click on approve to approve the comment. The second way to approve comments, especially if you have a lot of comments, is to just go to the main comments page by clicking on the comments linked over here. Here you'll be able to see all the comments on your blog, including the pending comments, the approved comments, spam comments, and comments that you have sent to the trash. Now the same thing here. When you put your mouse over this particular comment, you'll be able to see a link of options. So I'm going to spam this comment, and I'm going to, for example, spam this comment also. I'm going to approve this comment, and that's how easy it is. You can go on and just approve the rest of the comments. Now if you want to reply to a comment, the easiest way is to reply directly from the WordPress dashboard itself. Now when you put a mouse over a comment that you just approved and click on reply, that would open up the reply form at the bottom here. Now you can just enter a reply, and you can also enter a link if necessary. Just click on the link button over here and enter the link URL and link title, for example. Okay, click on add link, and that will add the necessary code to your WordPress comment. Next, click on reply, and you have just sent a direct reply to this particular comment, and you can see that here, comment submitted time in reply to this particular comment. So you can go to the rest of the comments here to send it to spam, or to trash it, or to approve the comments. Now let's go to the blog, and you can also manage comments by looking at your blog. Alright, so in this case there are 2 replies to my comment. Okay, so this is the comment that I just replied to, and as long as your WordPress theme supports nested comments, you'll be able to see the main comment over here and replies to that comment inside the main comment itself. Okay, so I can also look at my WordPress blog post and edit a comment by clicking on edit, or reply to the comment by clicking on reply, and enter my reply here and click on post comment. So that's how easy it is to start managing comments on your WordPress blog. In this video, I'm going to show you how to control spam more effectively on your WordPress blog by having your own commenting policy. So the first thing you need to do is log into your WordPress dashboard, go to settings, and click on discussion. So if you look at the settings over here in this section here, by default some options are selected, which is the comment author must fill out name and email. So that's very important to reduce spam. The comment author must fill out the name and email address. Okay, now if you are accepting registrations or new users directly on your WordPress blog, you can also choose to enable this option here, which basically means only users who are registered and logged in can comment on your blog post. However, if your blog is open and anyone can comment, then do not check this option here. Okay, now the next option is to automatically close comments on articles that are older than a certain amount of days. Now we've noticed, very important, that you check this option, and you may want to disable comments on, let's say for example, any comment that is more than 3 months old. So we put 90 days over here. Now this is because the older posts tend to generate more of spam comments. Okay, however, this is really it really depends on you, so you may want to check or uncheck this. Okay, now let's go to the section below here. Okay, so you can choose to moderate comments before they appear live on your WordPress blog. This section here allows you to specify the exact rules of moderation. So you can choose to receive an email whenever anyone posts a comment, or whenever a comment is held for moderation, or both of the options here. So this really depends on how much you want to manage your comments. Okay, by default both these options are checked. You can uncheck them if you want to. Now, alright, so the next session here is the comment itself before a comment appears on your blog. Okay, so an administrator must always approve the comment. Now if you check this option, it means all comments posted on your blog will not appear live until an admin has approved the comment. So you may not want to check this unless you are really serious about the type of comments left on your blog. So the next option is comment author must have a previously approved comment. This is checked by default, and it's very important. Okay, this will help you to eliminate most of the spam on your blog, because spammers would just use some kind of tool or software to automatically post comments on your blog. As long as you have not approved a previous spam comment from that particular spammer, all comments by that spammer would enter your moderation queue. So make sure that you approve at least the first comment manually by any commenter on your blog. So make sure you check this option here. Next, under comment moderation, you can also choose to moderate any comments that has a certain amount of links. So by default, WordPress would enter the 2 over here, which means that if a particular comment has 2 or more links, it will require manual approval from you regardless of whether the author has a previously approved comment or not. This is also very important in combating spam, as spammers tend to leave comments with multiple links in the comment itself. In the text area here, if you know a particular name, URL, email, or IP address that belongs to a spammer, you may want to enter this here. And anything that you enter here will result in that comment being sent to the moderation queue. And finally, under comment blacklist, okay, now this is also a very useful tool. Generally speaking, spammers would be promoting the same product or the same get rich quick scheme, etc. And once you have received several spam comments on your blog, you typically will be able to determine what are the spam words. So for example, I'm going to enter Viagra over here. Okay, so any comment that contains the word Viagra would be automatically regarded as a spam comment. And you can enter as many words as you want. Just make sure that you enter 1 word per line. Okay, something like this. Alright, okay, so let's go to the bottom and click on Save Changes. Changes have been saved, and that's how easy it is to further control the amount of spam that you get on your blog by editing your comments policy. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use images in your blog posts and also in your blog pages. So to get started, first log into your WordPress dashboard and let's take a look at the post that you have created before. If you haven't created a post, then you should create a new post. So I'm going to click on all posts and I'm just going to select one of the posts that I created before. I'm going to click on edit, and now I want to put in an image right here. So put your cursor exactly where you want the image to appear. Then click on Upload Insert. So that will bring you to the main WordPress file uploader. There are 2 ways you can upload images. Either just click, drag and drop the image right here, or you can click on Select Files. I'm going to show you both methods. So assume that I already have an image over here. I'm just going to click my image, drag it and drop it over here, and you can see that the image has been uploaded to my WordPress blog. Or I can also click on Select Files and then just choose the file that you want to use. Click Open, and now you can see that that file also has been uploaded to my WordPress blog. Now to use the file in my post, click on Show, and you can rename the title of your image if you want to. You can select the alignment of the image to align it to the left, center, right, or no alignment. And also you can select the size of the image that you want to use in this particular post. To format your images, make them look prettier, what you can do is just add a short caption and then click Insert into Post. Now what it does is it puts in your image here in a nice border and also the caption of your image. If you want to modify the image, just put your mouse over the image, click on it, and you will see 2 icons here. One is to delete the image, the other is to edit image properties. So let's do that again. I'm going to click on Edit Image Properties. Now that will open up a new browser window over here where I can again change the caption of my image. I can choose the size of the image, the alignment of the image, etc. If you want to use an image that is already in your WordPress blog, probably an image that you have uploaded before, then just go to the place where you want to put the image, click on Upload Insert, and this time click on Gallery, and here you will be able to see all the images that you have uploaded to your WordPress blog before. So similarly, I can just click on the image, choose the size, click Insert into Post, and now my image also has been inserted into this post. So click Update to save your blog post, and now let's click View Post to view the actual post. And here you will find the images that I have just inserted into my WordPress blog. So that's how easy it is to upload and use images in your WordPress blog.